Shalom, beloved family. It's your girl Sophia Spiritualite, and we're here with a infotainment video. Hopefully, this will be informative for everybody. I have uh, decided to do a little bit more in-depth digging into some of these crystals and seeing which ones I could put together to offer. So, as usual, all the products that I talk about, whatever I talk about, you can find it on your own. But I did put together a little package if people are interested, and we'll talk about that at the end. So, what we're going to be talking about today is quartz. And so, basically, everybody knows what quartz is. They've seen quartz, they've held quartz, and it's known as the master healer. It amplifies energy and thought. It is said to increase spiritual wisdom, promotes clarity of the mind, and aids in creativity, believed to increase wisdom and insight. So clear quartz is your master crystal, and one thing, some things you guys may not know about quartz is the number one producer of quartz in the world is America. And this quartz is produced in the Ozarks, the Wichita Mountains, basically. And what's interesting about that whole thing is that there's a water called Mountain Valley Spring Water that comes from the Wichita Mountains. So if people have a problem with like the taste of water and all of that, if they get Mountain Valley, they probably won't have a problem. This is the water that I first got delivered to my house when I was looking for water delivery, and I searched around and I found this water, Mountain Valley water, and they delivered it to my house because I was looking for a place that would deliver it in glass, and that means it's bottled in glass. And Mountain Valley does deliver 5-gallon glass bottles to your house. And so I use this water for everything, especially when I first got it, because it was just so good, and it tasted good. I could drink it plain. I would say that this was the very first water that I could drink plain, without having to add something to it and all of that. So it was a very enjoyable experience for me when I would drink this water. And so if you haven't tried it before, and you don't really have a good taste for water, I would definitely highly recommend it. But that's because the quartz, the number one location for quartz in America is right inside those mountains where they bottle this water at. So just so you understand how that part of it works. So the crystal we're actually going to talk about are aura crystals, and we're going to leave from these pictures real quick and go over to some websites so that I can discuss this whole thing. So right here you see a wide variety of the aura crystals. There's a bunch of different ones. They're very interesting, and you probably, if you've been to any crystal stores, you probably see that they carry one or two, and usually it's the angel or opal aura, which is all of these. So let me start with this. All of these crystals that you see before you are clear quartz crystals. And what they've done with these clear quartz crystals is that they have infused and coated them with different things. So that's what we're going to talk about right now. We're going to go to the website. All right, so, not this one. We're going to do the other website first. Here we go. All right, so what I wanted to know is when I started seeing these crystals, I didn't buy any because I said, well, why do I want a treated crystal? Because I could immediately tell it was treated. Why would I want a treated crystal? And so I did not buy any, but they were so pretty. I was like, okay, well, let me just get one and I'll figure out what in the world they're about, later. So as you can see here, here's an aura rainbow quartz, right? Okay, so I'm going to read this. Aura quartz is quartz that has been enhanced with a combination of titanium and niobium. Metal-coated crystals are natural crystals, such as quartz, whose surface has been coated with a metal to give them an iridescent metallic sheen. Crystals treated this way are used as gemstones for other decorative purposes. Possible coatings include gold, resulting in a stone called aqua ora, indium, titanium, niobium, and copper. Other names for crystals treated so include angel aura, flame aura, opal aura, rainbow quartz. Aqua ore is created in a vacuum chamber from quartz crystals and gold vapor by vapor disposition. The quartz is heated to 871 degrees Celsius or 1600 degrees Fahrenheit in a vacuum. Then gold vapor is added in the chamber. The gold atoms fuse to the crystal surface, which gives the crystal an iridescent metallic sheen. When viewed under a gemological microscope in diffuse direct transmitted light, aqua ore displays the following properties: a coppery surface, iridescence and tangential illumination, diffuse dark outlines of some facet junctions, a patchy blue color distribution on some facets, white facet junctions, irregular white abrasions, and surface pits where the treatment either did not take or had been abraded away. Rainbow quartz have been treated with a combination of titanium and gold. Titanium molecules are bonded to the quartz by the natural electrostatic charge of the crystal in a process known as magnetron ionization. The brilliant color of flame aura is the result of optical interference effects produced by layers of titanium. Since only electricity is used to deposit the titanium layers and create these colors, very little heat is involved and the integrity of the crystal is maintained. The crystal does not become brittle or more prone to breakage as with other treatments. And it shows you a bunch of the ones that they have at the top here. And I'll put this link in the bio and then just show you a bunch of them. All right, let's talk about the other article. Because then what I wanted to know was, well, what do these things do? Like, how do you use these things? And then we'll go back to the pictures. Aura quartz healing properties to uplift, purify, and awaken the spirit. The beauty of aura quartz is incomparable. These crystals radiate with high frequency energy. All quartz has high frequency, okay, that make them excellent for expanding consciousness. There are many varieties, each of which contains different properties. However, they are all sure to bring you peace and positivity. Aura quartz healing properties share many similarities with clear quartz, although they each have their own special powers. Aura quartz properties and symbolism. These crystals are artificially enhanced, although they hold and utilize ancient powers of alchemy. They are created through electrostatically bonding precious metals onto natural clear quartz. These enchanting crystals have mesmerizing metallic colors that stimulate the mind, body, and spirit. There are many varieties and new ones that pop up, each crystal having different healing properties. Some of these include all the ones, I'll read some of these. Rainbow aura quartz is bonded with gold and titanium. Aqua aura quartz is bonded with gold. Angel aura quartz is bonded with platinum and silver. Sunshine aura is bonded with gold and platinum. All right. Mental and emotional healing properties of aura quartz. Aura quartz healing properties all provide soothing effect on the body. They are excellent for healing the aura and providing reassurance during times of emotional instability. These crystals are full of loving and happy energies. They encourage positivity, joy, and adventure. Aura quartz healing properties help us to see the positive things in life and enable us to connect with the beauty that surrounds us. This crystal promotes joy and pushes us to expand our horizons with new adventures. It helps to clarify our individual past and allows us to access positive emotions more easily. Aids in authentic self-expression. When you are questioning yourself and unsure of your place in the universe, aura quartz will remind you. It enables us to let go of long-held doubts and helps us to heal old wounds. This is what really stuck out to me. Additionally, it evokes our true selves to come out and flourish. Remove self-doubt. These crystals have a natural way of bringing out positivity and optimism. This comes especially handy when struggling with self-doubt. We may feel restless and unsure of ourselves, but aura quartz crystal can help us snap out of it. These gems assist in quieting our mind so that we can see our true worth. Physical healing properties of aura quartz. Clear quartz is powerful, well-rounded healer and energy amplifier. Aura quartz healing properties contain all the healing properties of clear quartz, then some. These high vibrational stones are master healers for many different physical conditions. Amplifies body's energies. Aura quartz healing properties are energy enhancers. Due to the high frequency vibrations of this stone, it is a master healer. It absorbs, stores, releases, and regulates the body's energy. This crystal can help us overcome any condition by boosting our life force energy. Cleanses and purifies internal organs. This stone is particularly useful for cleaning and purifying our inner organs and glands. It stimulates the immune system and helps bring oxygen into our bodies. Additionally, it comes in handy when treating the liver, pancreas, and spleen. Cellular memory healing. Rainbow ore quartz healing properties are highly useful when used for cellular memory healing. All of our traumatic memories and experiences are carried by the cells within our body. This is what is known as cellular memory. When these crystals are used for healing, they allow us to retrieve and release memories that evoke fear, blame, and self-sabotage. Chakra and spiritual properties. Ore quartz crystal can be used to cleanse and balance all the chakras. These crystals have such a high vibration that anyone comes into contact with them will feel their energy. Ore quartz healing properties resonate most with the heart chakra because it enables us to push forward with perseverance and open mind and love in our hearts. It expands our consciousness. Ore quartz healing properties provide serenity during meditation, which can help elevate and expand our consciousness. The energy from these crystals enhances our attunement to the divine, and they open the gates into the angelic realm. They help us to see the universe from different perspectives and allow us to find our spiritual purpose. Awakens the spirit. Ore quartz crystals uplift our spirit and give us energy boosts when the energy boost we need. Additionally, aura quartz cleanses our and charges our aura as well as all of our chakras. Provides spirit protection on spiritual journey. On a spiritual journey, this also stood out to me. We are often faced with challenges that require us to recall lessons from past incarnations. Aura quartz healing properties offer protection, aid in the conscious channeling of our past lives, as well as interdimensional communications. All those people who want to astral travel, this might be something that could help. Metaphysical uses for aura quartz. There are many ways you can attain aura quartz healing properties. Simply hold one and feel your heart and mood elevate. Using an aura quartz during meditation will connect you with your spirit guides and angels. Additionally, meditating with this crystal during low energy days will offer you encouragement. Each aura quartz crystal relates differently to feng shui energies depending on their color. For example, rainbow aura quartz can be placed, I don't know what that means, that require metal energy. Lastly, next time you write a journal entry, include your crystal to help you gain clarity. All right, and these are just their final thoughts, okay? All right, let's go back over to the pictures. So, again, here we have a bunch of them. The violet flame is open-mindedness and ideas. The indigo, a Tenzin, is intuition, overcome boredom. The blue flame cools emotions, improve communications. Aqua, communication, abundance, and growth. Green apples, protection and energy. Champagne, grounding, spiritual protection. Peach, psychological strength and creativity. Passion and grounding. And basically, this is based on the color. Because what I found out in this research, which didn't come on here, is that when they make these crystals, they're made in a lab. And so every batch is not going to come out exactly the same. When you're dealing with all these different things, you can get it pretty close, but that doesn't necessarily mean they're going to be perfect. So you really take these crystals in particular by the colors. Here we go. We got the aqua aura again, rose aura. These are what all the this is based on the colors. Remember, this is based on the colors. All right. So, uses, meaning, and healing properties of aura quartz. It says cleanses the aura, reduce panic attacks, transmits light, healing light, and treats at a cellular level, which we just heard. Again, this is the opal or angel quartz. They are created using a process that bonds clear quartz crystals with a combination of platinum and silver. It is this fusion that encourages the connection with the angelic realm and a bolstering of inner strength. Titanium quartz. This is the one I was really interested in. As you can see, it is the throat and crown chakra. The zodiac is Aquarius. Probably really good for going into the age of Aquarius, which also means it's affiliated with Saturn. Element is water, feminine, and the crystal system is triagonal because it's the same crystal system as the quartz, right? And here's another one. Regarded as the most vibrationally intense and powerful of the treated quartz, the energies exuded from the base crystal and titanium coating project vitality, mental acuity, strength, and joy. Quartz, being a master healer, can cleanse and diffuse energy. Coupled with the infusion of titanium, amplifies these properties to a very high vibration. This is the titanium quartz. That's the black one. Here's another one. Something else about the titanium quartz, right? the most assertive of all our aura quartz varieties. Working with this quartz aligns your energy field and calls forth your personal power so that you may be able so that you may assert yourself in new ways. This stone has an energizing quality that is useful for endurance as well as for manifestation and renewing one's zest for life. This mineral calls forth hidden parts of your being and allows you to connect with the deepest parts of your soul. It promotes increased awareness of one's intuitive abilities through a powerful connection to the unconscious. All right. All right, so let's look at the rose aura quartz, which I would affiliate with Medim. It says emotional support through self-love because it's red. That's why, because it's red, all right? Heart-centered awareness by stimulating the heart chakra helps one live in alignment with one's soul's purpose, higher perspective to oneself, high vibrational energy, love directed inwards, helps find forgiveness for oneself. Here's more about the rose aura quartz. This is an energetically gentle stone. It is an uplifting but not overwhelming and produces frequency that stimulates the heart chakra to transmute deeply held doubts and self-worth. This crystal makes powerful connection with to universal love and bestows the gift of unconditional love of the self. It permeates the whole body with this energy and restores cells and releasing anger, encouraging unconditional acceptance. All right, now we have the aqua aura quartz, which this picture is not really a good representation. The next one I think will be this gentle stone helps to open new doorways, easing one into new changes and teaching the value of going with the flow. It inspires rebirth of the mind, calm reflection of one's journey, and how to speak your truth. It instills a sincere energy of peace. And this is, of course, goes with Zedek, because it is blue, which you'll see here is more blue, channeling, communication, spirituality. This is the aqua aura. Okay, so I wanted to talk about this because this is a science, right? And so when you're dealing with science, what they tell you is one thing, but there's ways to figure out how they come up with whatever it is that they're talking about. And so we're just going to, let's see if I need to read this. So it says transition metals form colored compounds and complexes. These colors can vary depending on the charge of the metal ion and the number and type of groups of atoms, I can't pronounce that word, attached to the metal ion. In aqueous solutions, the ions form complexes with the colors shown to the right. And you can see the little chart there with how that works. Electrons are arranged around the nucleus of the metal ion in the orbitals. Transition metals, unlike other metals, have partially filled orbitals, which can hold up to 10 electrons. When ligands are present, some of d orbitals, become higher in energy than before and become lower. Electrons can then move between these higher and lower orbitals by absorbing a photon of light. This absorption of light affects perceived color of the compound or complex. The wavelength of the light absorbed is affected by the size of the energy gap between the d orbitals, which is in turn affected by the type of ligand and the charge of the metal ion. Basically, what this is saying, and why I brought this up so you guys can understand, right? You want to understand how these colors are formed in the crystals. The crystals, the reason why they make them sound so complicated is because they don't want you to understand that it's all based on color. The way they name them, the way they treat them, the way that they act, all the things is based on the color. And since we understand the color code, which is the planet code, which is the week, month code, we understand the code. We can decode these things for ourselves. So, for example, if you get a crystal that is yellow, that has to do with the sun and all the traits that come with the sun. When you get a crystal that is black, as you can see here, this titanium, which says 3+, if you get a crystal, that deals with Saturn. If you get this vanadium color, which is these mix of colors, chromium, that's what metal. These are the metals that are present. So if you have a blue color, copper is there. If you have a green color, nickel is there. Cobalt is red. Manganese is kind of like this purplish color. This is, you can start to look at this and figure out what your crystals can do and what they call them like rare earth elements your crystals have so that you can use them. Like, you don't have to be beholden to these Gentiles and how they use them and how they describe them and how they whatever them. You could clearly use the knowledge that you have about the colors and apply that to the crystals, because that's how they apply it. They're just not telling you. But it was clear to me when I began to research about this aura quartz that that's exactly what it is. So let's talk about what some of these metals can do. All right, here I have a list of a bunch of different metals and how they're used spiritually. Okay, so I'm not going to read all of these, but I'm going to read a couple of them. Well, I have the main ones here that I'll talk about. So silver is like gold, is a known noble metal and is associated with the moon as a receptive feminine energy, soft but strong, nurturing, and resonates with the element of water. It brings the wearer more in tune with the vibration of the moon and the flow of the universe. It is the metal of the emotions, love, healing, and its energies are stronger during astrological alignments involving the moon or on new and full moons. Gemstones and crystals set in silver increase their power. The properties associated with silver are a manifestation of wealth and health, enhanced communication, balance, and serenity. So this is why the angel aura quartz is white. It's got some kind of silver in it. It's affiliated with Monday, Lavana. This is how these things work. It's not rocket science. They just try and make it way more complicated than necessary. And even here you saw how they got something that says silver, but it's black. But anyway, neutralizing negativity, intuition, psychic abilities, divination, lunar energy. Okay, Lavana. Dubbed the moon's metal, silver is a mystical connection to the divine feminine, has solidified its place in goddess lore all around the world. It was one of the first metals to be worked by humans, and because of its beauty and rarity, it has always been a popular choice for religious icons and offerings. Jewelry made of silver can help attract love or enhance your psychic abilities, and sleeping in silver jewelry or with silver under your pillow can encourage psychic dreams. The silver's reflective nature is perfect for protection and charms. Coins of pure silver can be used during money drawing spells. So that's silver. All right, here's gold. Gold is protection, energy, strength, determination, power, courage, and grounding. Again, when you see something that's yellow, you best believe it's got some gold infused to it. That's how it gets the yellow color. And we know that that's the case. It has to come from a metal. These colors. All right. I'm not going to read all of this. Well, maybe I will. The magical properties of gold: strengthens self-confidence and vitality, attracts healing power, wisdom, money, and success. Positively charged with warming sun energy, associated with the astrological sign of Leo and the Kabbalistic sphere of Tiferet, okay, the sun. Seen as a symbol of purity and spirituality, and helps to flow into one's life. Cleans out unwanted or stagnant energy. Used in combination with other minerals or gemstones, it can stabilize and transmit their energy. So again, gold is something that you use. All of these you use in combination with other crystals, and that's another thing that we're not doing. You know, for some reason, me personally, I thought that if you're going to meditate with a crystal, you just pick one crystal. And that's what I was doing with my rose quartz or whatever, as I was sleeping with it under my bed. And then I just started turning into a bunch of other stuff. So I got some other stones to go with it, you know, because, you know, I started to figure out what I actually wanted. But, you know, the quartz itself, especially the double terminated quartz, will trigger dreams in your head. And then once you trigger that, then you want to, you know, add something to that for what kind of dreams you want. So I have a prophecy stone as well with my my pink double terminated quartz, and I sleep with both of those under my pillow now. But at first I was just doing the aura quartz to kind of, the rose quartz to turn my dreams back on, and then I started pairing it with the whatever I just said, prophecy stone. All right, here's some more about gold. Gold is known as one of the noble metals. So these are noble metals, okay? It is believed to inspire virtue and moral excellence, positive attitudes, thinking, and growth. So if you can't afford gold, can you afford a yellow stone? 9 times out of 10, it's going to have gold in it. That's how these things work because of the colors, okay? So a lot of people think, oh, I can't afford this, I can't afford that, I need an ounce of gold, this and that. No, you have some access to gold you can put into your energy field if you basically get a yellow stone, that's naturally occurring yellow. All right. It has long been associated with the sun and the elements of fire and is believed to open one up to wisdom. It was gifted to the Christ child on the occasion of his birth by the three wise men and has been known to symbolize power as well as purity. Gold is said to increase healing power of crystals and gemstones when they are placed in gold settings. The ancient Oh boy. The ancient high priest, sorry about that, in many ancient cultures understood this and how to work with crystals and gemstones and fashion ceremonial tools and breastplates from gold, set gemstones and crystals in them to enhance their status of power. Of course, talking about the breastplate of righteousness and whatnot. So this is what I put together. I was able to locate one ore quartz crystal for each. Of course, my son will come in here right at the end. For each chakra, with sphere, as Memsa would call them, and so I put them all together. Now, as you can see in the picture, the angel ore quartz, the one that's related to Lavana, it is not going to be the same as the other ones in this first batch due to the fact that when I ordered them, I ordered these different kind, and I like them because they're like bigger than the other ones, but they're just not. So they're not the same. They're going to be clusters instead of individual pieces, which, as far as use is concerned, you have more of the energy because you have the whole cluster. But this is basically what it is. These bundles are $25. You'll get each of the crystals listed here, and you see I have one of my plumes I threw in the picture, but the plume is not included, just to be clear. So this is on the website, and the link will be in the description. I also was able to find a couple of these Aura Quartz pendants. These will be randomly selected. They're not all hearts. I got hearts and moons, crescent moons, and some other shapes. So stars, I think. So these will be randomly selected. These aren't on the website yet, but if you're interested, you can send me an email and I'll tell you exactly what I have. See, here we go. Got a quartz one, and that's my little happy Buddha back there, holding up the quartz. So, in all, I hope you guys, learn something about the aura quartz and something about crystals in general. And just remember that whatever crystal you're dealing with is based on the colors, the colors, and you can tie the colors to the days, and you can also tie the colors to the noble, what they call them, the noble metals, and what those particular metals do with the spiritual uses. So hopefully this will help make it a little bit easier for people to research this stuff. I know it's pretty difficult trying to get information together, so I'm really hoping that this will help everyone. So to the spirits who are here with us, you're invited to go in peace. To my beloved viewers, you're invited to be at peace, and always remember, the Most High is your peace. Shalom.